Hello again, guys, it's your buddy Greg and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be trying to do the second part of the kitchenette video, or repairing it. And I gotta thank OK Bridges, because he usually comes to the rescue with this sort of thing. In this case he did again, so thanks again there, bud. We're gonna try what he suggested, because I've got nothing else to try, and they seem like pretty good ideas. So, I'll take these little Caesar's cups and put them out here. Put the kitchenette, oh man. I can't do this one-handed. So, what OK Bridges suggested is there is lash going on between the gear teeth. In other words, there's play going on between the gear teeth. So that's just a barrel of laughs. I don't even know how that happened. Once again. So, and he suggested two things. He said put a type of oil or grease, oil or light grease on the arbor, on the arbor. I'm Russian now. The arbor of the second hand, and or try and get the rotor gear off and put it back on upside down, because the teeth on here might be a little bit worn, even though they don't look like it. I just reread the comment and just to make sure I'm doing everything right. So we'll have another look at this. I just tried putting it on backwards, and it didn't want to come off, which is almost half expected of this. I mean, I don't think it was ever meant to come off, honestly. So on to plan B, I guess. That's what we're gonna do next. We gotta get the oil out, though. Well, yeah, oil, because I don't have any real grease currently. And if this doesn't work, then either we'll try and find a different grease or we'll just leave it. Because I don't think, because the lash doesn't sound all that, I mean, it may just be play between gear teeth. I can't imagine this is all that serious to the operation of the clock. And just to test that theory, I even ran it for a few hours, even when the second hand was doing what it was doing. And it didn't lose a minute, so this might just be the second hand that's only doing this. It's not even affecting the rest of the gears in the gear train. I'm not sure. We'll have another look at it. Okay, so oh yeah, if you're wondering what's in here, the kitchenette's, the case is in there. There's an old t-shirt in there. Anyway, so, this is the electric clock oil. Do not use this for wind-up clocks. Well, I think it was, you know what? I think it was Bill Stoddard who suggested this particular oil, and I went along with it. I think you can use this in wind-up clocks, but they got to be bigger. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I just use this for electric clocks. I don't use this for wind-up. So anyway, I don't believe this is a non-detergent oil. I believe there is I believe it's a detergent oil. This particular one, and this oil is somewhat thick. I mean, you can hear it sloshing around in there. I'm not exactly an oil expert, but yeah, it's pretty thick. Well, somewhat. I mean, it worked on here before. That was the oil I was using on here. The arbor, where does I keep thinking of arbors. Where does the little rotor gear intercept with the gear train? Well, okay, it starts right here. I need a pointer. I'll use this. It goes right in there. That's where it goes in. And it first goes to this gear here. And I've seen this gear jump around in the previous video. If you rewatch the clip of me showing the kitchenette actually running, you could see this particular gear jumping around. And yeah, so that's our target. There's a pivot there as well. And there's the pivot for the other gear here too. There's a few gears towered on top of each other. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's such a simple little gear train here. I don't even know. Like you wonder, how does anything even go wrong with this? Like, look at it. There's this gear here. Okay. I'll put that there. There's this one here. And see, this is what I believe he was talking about, the arbor. You put the oil on these... Hold on, I'm trying to hold this the right way around. This silver, or the steel arbor here, I believe that's what he's talking about, at the center of the gear. And it also goes in this as well. In that little brass ring. In the center there. So I believe that's where I'm supposed to put the oil, from what he said. The center, or the second-hand arbor, or whatever. I believe that's where, I don't think this is fine, this part of it here. I thought this was actually kind of the problem area, but it's actually not, I don't think. Let's just see how the dial's doing. Let's just check just to see I haven't completely destroyed it. So yeah, this is the arbor, and now we'll get a paintbrush, because how I'm going to apply this, I'm just going to apply it on here. You'll see what I'm doing in a second. I'll also do something in there as well. So that's how we'll do it. So here's what I'm going to be using to oil the, well, where it's going to be set. Here's a paintbrush. This is what I'm going to be using to oil it. Don't do this with any other clock, just because we're doing a really special, you know, specific part. I don't know how I'm going to even access this now. We'll do it like that, I think. Yeah, that's how we'll do it. Yeah, don't do this with anything else unless you've got something similar to this. I would usually use a toothpick or something, but I'm trying to get the whole thing saturated on that one. Or just on the steel arbor there, and the furnace started, so that's nice. What's funny is there's actually enough oil on the screw-in, well, I don't know what exactly it's called. It's the part the cap screws into. There's actually a bunch of oil on that, so I'm not even going to pour this into anything. I'm just going to get it off there. So I don't know if I'm going to do this necessarily on camera, because it seems like quite the task, and I don't want to screw anything up. Here's what I'm doing, viewers. I just found a way to do this. It's like that. Oh. Get the oil on there. I don't know how much I necessarily need here. I don't need a crap ton. Oh, yeah, that's... Okay, there we go. Put that there. Actually, no, we'll put this in here, so it's not damaging any of the wood on the table, or so I'm getting something all oily. So anyway, that's that. I think I'll have a better look at this when I'm not watching through the iPhone screen. I don't think it's really necessary to oil in here. I think that's a bit excessive, but I did do a little bit around the top. I tried to get my paintbrush in there, but it didn't really go in. So anyway, that's that. So we'll stick that in there, and yeah, that's how it'll go. I feel like I'm constantly re-showing you guys the same stuff over and over again, but this is how they go together. They sandwich in just like that. I just realized, oh man, is that where the hands stick on? Okay, I might have to clean the top of that off now. I've just realized that's where the hands go on. I don't want a bunch of oil getting all over the hands. And the dial, that would be bad. Okay, so it's went back together. Interesting thing to note. It went back together once, but the pivots weren't in their proper holes, which can happen. I don't think that's an uncommon problem, and I was looking at it, I'm like, that's not right. So now that these pivots are actually sitting in the actual holes properly, let's put the rotor on, and let's see what it does. I'm very interested to see what this one will do. Okay, so we're off again here. We put it back together. And we'll just see what it does. This is going to be very interesting. Okay, we're almost in no man's land here. Okay, we're in no man's land. Going along. Now we're definitely in. Oh! Well, we just did it again. Yeah, that didn't quite work. We'll let it go around again here. We're not going to stop it in the first try. What is this? I think those are little air bubbles, actually, because they glue. Oh, that's really nice. That's not a terribly big deal. Honestly, if I keep having to dismantle this clock, I feel like I'm going to strip the nuts or something, you know, because it wasn't meant to be taken apart so many times, so, like, you know. So, I don't know. I'll let this thing run for a while, and then maybe I'll come back to this later and we'll look at it again. So this is no man's land, pass number 2. Stopped it, no. Oh, I got stuck again. I don't know what's that. We keep getting stuck. Good gravy. Oh, yeah. This is quite the Yeah, I kind of figured that it wouldn't work, but we'll have a look at the inside of the gear train when we'll have a look at the gear train again. So here's the gear train running fine. We're just past number 10. And we're going along. Okay, we're up to number 12. Let's have another look at that. Isn't that nice? Okay, no man's land. Oh, see that? The gear just stopped. Oh, we keep getting stuck. Yeah. Yeah, it's not too great of a situation here, is it? Well, I mean, it doesn't seem like the clock's in some kind of immense pain or something. It seems like it's not being stripped or so. I don't know. We'll see what's yeah. No, it doesn't seem to be any better or worse, which is good. We'll do that one more time. We'll go around. Okay, we're into number 12, past 12, just past 12. You guys all know how it works with the where it does it. Okay, number 2. Yeah, it keeps getting stuck on something in there. I have no idea why this is happening. Well, he said lash in the OK Bridges said lash in the gear. I don't know, maybe I don't know. If I can run the clock as it is, I guess I'll be satisfied with that. But if I'm gonna run it and it's end up getting, like, you know, wrecking the gears even more, or wrecking something even more, then I don't want to. Yeah, I don't. You know what? I'm trying to come up with something. I don't even know what to say really. Either we run it as it is, or we don't. I don't know. Find parts maybe or something. I'm not really sure. I'll keep my eye out for parts. I'm not chucking this thing in the garbage. That'd be really stupid. He's seemingly getting stuck at the same places too. But OK Bridges was right. The weight of the second hand is definitely affecting something here. So, yeah, because, I mean, I'm just putting this thing on in random places. Like, you know, if it was a specific place, why wouldn't it get stuck up around here? It's always this particular area where the second hand is moving down. So, yeah, that's the video. I'll come back in a few hours and we'll just see. I'll leave this thing running and we'll just see what happens. I didn't oil the pivots, by the way. I probably should have done that. But it's not like we're leaving this thing up here for 25 years and not oiling the pivots. So we'll just let it run a while and we'll see what happens, I guess. But yeah, it has to be playing it, because why would it be only doing it in this area? It's not like there's a specific place to put the hands on or something. It's the weight. It's definitely the weight of the hand doing this. He's right about that. Oh yeah, I forgot to film this. The clock was doing the same thing basically. So for everyone who wanted to know, yeah, it didn't improve after running.